How's it going, fight fans? Welcome to mindforcombat. If you're new to the channel, my name's Rohan, and in this video I'll be taking a look at the upcoming heavyweight unification fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And in this video I'll be talking about why Tyson Fury will destroy Anthony Joshua. Now, before you start thinking I'm a fanboy and get upset or offended by the title, go onto my channel and you'll see that I've done a video on why Anthony Joshua destroys Tyson Fury. I'm looking at it from both perspectives, and actually I have already done a fight preview and prediction of this fight on how I actually see how the fight's going to play out. Although, to be fair, I'm thinking I'm going to revisit that, redo that closer to the fight, because my opinion's starting to change kind of on this fight. So yeah, I'll definitely be renewing that. But if you want to see it, check it out. It's all there. I'm not picking one side or the other. This is just this video on why Tyson Fury is going to destroy Anthony Joshua. When you're looking at a fight like this and you're looking at the kind of characters that are involved, one thing that you've got to understand is their temperament. And then when the negotiations is happening, you already start seeing some stuff start playing out. One of the things that you know is going to come into this fight is mental warfare, and that is where I think Tyson Fury is going to enjoy an initial advantage before a bell ever rings. I think Tyson Fury's mental warfare is going to give him a big advantage over Anthony Joshua going into this fight. I think he's going to talk a lot of crap. I think he's going to be able to find a way to get under Anthony Joshua's skin. I think he's going to be very disrespectful. He's going to be slanting his talents. The way he's been saying that I could be drinking 12 pints a day, get in shape in 6 weeks and beat up Anthony Joshua, which absolutely is not true, which is completely false. I don't think he even believes that, but I have no doubt he's going to start to get under Anthony Joshua's skin. Now, this isn't a big thing, mental warfare, especially when you're talking about world championship fighters. Anthony Joshua's won an Olympic gold medal, was a two-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. It's not going to break him, but it will have an impact, and I think Tyson Fury is going to enjoy his first advantage when it comes to mental warfare. The other advantage coming into this fight is one that jumps out to me. If you followed Anthony Joshua's career the way I have, you understand that generally whenever Anthony Joshua has fought anyone in his career, he has been the bigger man. He's been taller, he's been heavier, he's been the more imposing, physically imposing fighter when they've stepped into the ring. That is absolutely not going to be the case when he fights Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua is 6'6", Tyson Fury is 6'9". Anthony Joshua has an 82-inch reach, Tyson Fury has an 85-inch reach. So whilst, 3 inches on both of those isn't massive, it is going to be interesting because that's the first time Anthony Joshua is going to be getting towered by an opponent. It's not something that he's used to. He's used to being the bigger man and fighting behind the jab. Is he going to be able to deal with that difference? That's going to play out. I think Tyson Fury is going to be able to utilize that, being the smart fighter that he is. But I think that's something that bears witnessing, and it's something that's going to impact this fight. The speed that Tyson Fury has stands out to me. When it comes to the speed difference between these both, in my opinion, Tyson Fury enjoys a massive speed advantage. Now, there's a lot of people who have told me that Anthony Joshua is actually just as fast, if not faster, than Tyson Fury. I don't think that's true. I think that's bogus. I think Tyson Fury is a much faster fighter, and I think he's going to enjoy a big speed advantage, and we're going to see that in the punches, the jabs. Tyson Fury tends to carry a lot less muscle than Anthony Joshua. Whilst he looks great, he's obviously a dedicated athlete. I think that does slow you down in a lot of ways, and I think that Tyson Fury is going to be able to enjoy that speed advantage, is going to utilize that in the fight, and that's going to have an impact. The next thing is going to be Tyson Fury's movement. Anthony Joshua, for all the great things I can say about Anthony Joshua, as a huge Anthony Joshua fan, he's a very linear fighter. Now, we saw against Andy Ruiz that he can move, but we have not seen a movement-based fighter quite like Tyson Fury in years, especially when you consider how big Tyson Fury is. Then you throw in his speed and his ability to move the way he does. He moves like a middleweight. It's wild. I think that's going to play a huge difference in this fight. Tyson Fury's movement is going to cause Anthony Joshua a lot of problems. It's going to be angles that he's not used to. He's never seen angles like this. So when he's in there and he's trying to get Tyson Fury, he's going to really, really struggle. I think Anthony Joshua is going to get caught by some really bad shots, some really bad combinations from some really bad moments. He won't be able to deal with Tyson Fury's movement and awkwardness. I think he's going to confuse him. He's going to throw him off. And then at that point, Tyson Fury is going to be able to land the shots that matter, either win a points decision or get the finish. I'm saying this like this is definitively my thought process. This is obviously for this video, but anyways. Finally, and the most important reason why I think Tyson Fury is going to destroy Anthony Joshua is the fight IQ. Tyson Fury is one of the smartest fighters to have ever stepped into the ring. He knows when he needs to put on size to go out there and just push Deontay Wilder back and dominate him. He knows when he needs to be on his toes, moving around and clinching up. He knows what he needs. He beat Vladimir Klitschko based on his clinch and movement and awkward fighting style in Germany. That's insane that he was able to do that. And if you go back to that fight, yeah, it wasn't the prettiest fight, but it was such an intelligent fight by, at that time, what, a 24-year-old Tyson Fury. It's mad that at that age he had that kind of sort of ring craftsmanship and intelligence about him to go out there and take out one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, which Vladimir Klitschko absolutely is. I think that was such an impressive performance. And then you look at the performances he's had since then against Deontay Wilder, for example, and then you start to really understand that this is a man who understands every bit of the game. He's been born and raised as a boxer. He's been boxing since he was since he could walk. Anthony Joshua, whilst he's a talented boxer, started boxing at 16 years old. There's a huge difference here. I think that Anthony Joshua is going to find himself in a lot of problems when he comes across Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's movement is going to cause him a lot of issues, and whenever Anthony Joshua tries to close in, his fight IQ is going to come in. He's going to know what to do. He's going to be able to map out a carefully crafted game plan that's going to put him in the best place possible to destroy Anthony Joshua and walk away as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Anyways, fight fans, that's my video on why Tyson Fury is going to destroy Anthony Joshua. I think he's going to do all of the above, as I mentioned, and I think it's going to play out in a very interesting fight. Now, I've done a video on why Anthony Joshua destroys Tyson Fury. Check that out. I'll be doing a renewed official fight breakdown and prediction for this fight, because it's a big fight, and I've kind of changed my thoughts on a lot of the things and how I see the fight playing out, so I want to give you guys an accurate reflection of how I feel. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new here, remember to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. I'm Rohan, and this is Mindful Combat.